in the semifinals.
Yeah, this is
This is a new team. I'm pretty sure this is a brand new team.
who are these guys?
I have no idea.
Rheingold.
I don't actually know. It's either Infamous Gaming or Wickerbocker Candles, and I don't know which one.
Whoa, that guy's Challenger. These guys are all Diamond 1. Oh, man. Which teams? Okay.
Alright, so it's If Peoples Falls Asleep, which is a great name. Versus Infamous Gaming.
Alright. If people's...
Alright, so if this team wins the entire tournament, how much is the bounty?
Oh, man. That's a good question. Is that still up?
Yeah, I think it is.
Someone should check on that. Because that would be, like, the ultimate, like, hoo-ha. Okay. If Peoples falls asleep versus...
Because they didn't play last week, right?
Infamous
Because
Gaming.
Peoples fell asleep and missed the registration.
Yeah. Alright. So, Infamous Gaming versus If Peoples falls asleep. So it looks like the band's gonna be Karma, KZ, so the bounty is still active and it's at 650? Is that...
I thought it was 800. I thought it was moving up
800?
to 800.
Okay, so it looks like the bands are gonna be Karma, Kha'Zix, Teemo, and Kayle.
Karma ban. Karma ban.
Dude, Karma's pretty dangerous.
I don't disagree with it. I don't disagree with it at all. I'm just surprised.
Alright, well, I'm really happy to see, I need to make 100% sure I get this game right. Infamous Gaming. I'm really happy to see Infamous Gaming out and competing. I love to see Diamond 1 and Challenger SR players come out and compete because they have some really intense mechanical skill, and it's very, very fun to cast. So it's really nice to be able to see him, see those guys out competing. So I'm actually really hoping Infamous will win. Like, it'd be really nice to see that happen. That'd be pretty freaking cool. The bounty is $800. Now, here's the way the bounty works for any new viewers. If you are a brand new team to Dominion competition, and you can take out the top team, you win $800. That's how it works. And the bounty slowly goes up over time. So that's what it's at currently, is 800. So that means if Infamous Gaming is able to make it to the finals and then win, they get all of the damn money.
But if they're in the finals, they're against either Clueless or a team that beat Clueless. So.
Yep. And if they lose in the
Zyra
finals, they don't get it.
They do get our admiration just for getting here. That's honestly super hard to do. Like, I feel like if Cloud9 played a Dominion game against Clueless, they like without any practice on the map, I feel like Cloud9 would probably lose the first game to Clueless. I think after 3 or 4, I think Cloud9 might be able to do it just because their teamwork is ridiculous and they're all ridiculously good players, but like...
They also don't have to worry about wards.
But wards are good. Wards aren't something you worry about.
That was just a cheap jab at a game they played, like, last season.
Oh.
They had some bad ward placement and lost a game that they probably could have won otherwise.
See, I should have said Dignitas, and then you could have said they wouldn't have to worry about Baron.
Okay, yeah. That's a thing. The center relic is more of like a dragon than a Baron, anyway. So let's kick over to the launcher here and actually show these two teams. Let's get these chat bands filled in for you and everything like that. I like C9 a lot. They're freaking awesome.
Karma, Kha'Zix, Teemo, Kayle. Almost every single K champion was banned.
Yep. I used to play nothing but K champs.
There's a lot of them.
I played Karthus, Cask, and Kayle, and that's like Karthus, Cask, Kayle, and Cat. I played them mid and SR for like the first 20 levels of my account.
Annie is open.
Alright, so Infamous Gaming on the left. Picking up a Leona first.
Teemo has been banned a couple times, actually.
And then, over on the other
Jayce.
side, if Peoples falls asleep. That's all lowercase, right?
I have no idea.
Oh, well. It is now. It's canonical because the caster said it.
Alright, also, Kuz is Sam. I don't know how many of you know him, but he is one of the top 3v3 players.
Ooh, Sam!
Yeah, and he is playing on his Smurf.
Someone will be blocking the second guy, don't worry. There we go.
Alright, so it looks like it will be a Jayce and a LeBlanc. Last game
Thanks,
we
guys.
saw a Jayce do really, really ridiculously well, and a LeBlanc do not so well. So we'll see how the Jayce and LeBlanc do this time.
Okay. Alright, cool. I have all the overlay and screen and everything set up.
Mundo is open. Talon was just picked up. I would not be surprised if they picked up a Mundo for Zounds.
Zounds is abnormally good at Leona and Mundo. Like, holy crap. Yeah, Zounds is also
Leona was snatched up by the other team, so
it's what Zounds and Sauron are also challenger in 3s, right?
yes.
Maloko, we were saying that for the benefit of the newer viewers that are hanging out.
Yeah. Gosh, Maloko.
We know you know, Maloko. You follow everything, man.
Ah, Sona. I love Sona. I'm gonna link it. Oh my god.
Yeah, you
I
can link your guide. We can promote our stuff. Hey, go to youtube.com/VatoClan if you want to see more Dominion stuff going on.
Lulu.
Because all of the videos of past events can be found over there. So if you want to see previous Dominate Dominion competition, or a little bit of the Europe West competition, or some of the LoL Pro Dominion Showdown gameplay, you can find that over there.
The thing I linked is a Summoner's Rift guide, but it's like my pride and joy. Because I love Sona. Lulu! I am so excited that we're going to see Lulu. Watching Lulu gameplay is like the funnest thing ever because she just goes hugify. And then you have a Yasuo, except they don't have a Yasuo. There's the skill cap of the champions that they're playing is so high. I'm really excited.
I'm so sad that I could not get RP before Snowdown ended. Snowdown happened 3 days after I got paid and ended 2 days before I got paid.
Gandair, I could have gifted you.
Well, it wasn't for me. It was for my friend on my team that plays Lulu.
Never mind.
Because I hadn't gotten him anything. And I was like, man, he would be so happy about it. If I had enough left over, I would have bought it for me too. But he's like the Lulu player on our team, so I wanted to throw it at him first, and then I would have bought it for me. And then I probably would have bought him Dark Candy Fiddle also if I had more. But I'm just so sad that now I don't have anything to buy until like the next holiday like skin re-release happens. So take a look at these champions that have been picked up here. Also, yes, Link the Hobo. Dominate Dominion is currently only on North America. However, I believe there's Cillian can answer this better than I can. Cillian Europe West in the server, Cillian Europe West in the chat is a Europe West competitive player, and he knows about over there. And it looks like they have a tournament also, but it's only twice a month. There's also a chat channel on Europe West server called, I haven't showed this off yet, so now we're at the Spectator Delay, I'm going to do it. Guys, if you want to hang out in the in-game chat channel on North America, this is the name of the chat channel over here. It's called Dominate Dominion, and you join it by going to the lower right-hand corner. You click View Chat Rooms Control Panel. You click on that. You go up and you click on Create or Join a Public Chat Room, and this field pops up. And if you're on North America, in the field you type in Dominate Dominion, and then you hit Enter, and it will put you over here in this chat channel with all of us. And up at the top, in the right corner, there's a little gearbox you can click, and you can click Show Timestamp and Auto Join on Startup. Auto Join means you don't have to worry about typing in every time you come online, and Show Timestamp lets you know when the messages were posted. If you're on the Europe West server, you do basically the same thing. You go to the bottom right corner, you click View Chat Rooms and Control Panel, and you click on that. You click on Create or Join a Public Chat Room, and this field will pop up, and in it you type in Dominion, and then you hit Enter, and that will put you in the chat room over on Europe West server if you're playing over there. Someone asked, Lay Sama wants to know why we have extra bans. It's because Dominion is poorly balanced. Summoner's Rift is Riot's main game, and they want to make sure that it's balanced because their competitive circuit is very important to them in their business, which is great. However, it means there's a lot less time that they can dedicate to making sure Dominion is awesome. So as a result, we get balance changes and patches a lot slower than Summoner's Rift does. As a result, some champions are substantially more powerful over here on the Crystal Scar than they are on Summoner's Rift's map. So what we did as a community is we decided that we would add extra bans, and in doing so that would help take care of the balance problems a little bit. So that's what's going on over there with that. That's why we have the extra bans. We decided it'd be 10% of all champions. At the time that we decided upon that, it would be 10 bans total, because there was like 104 champions or something. So that's where the extra bans come from. It just helps us iron out the wrinkles for when Summoner's Rift changes happen to make things too strong in Dominion, and it helps us account for that.
Alright, so we have some picks here. Over on one side, we have Super Dive of Lee Sin and Leona plus a Lulu ult. It's the second game in a row where we've had the CC of Leona with a follow-up CC of another support, the other support being Sona last game and Lulu this game. I like the Lulu pick a lot more than the Sona pick. And then we also have a Jayce. This is actually a really similar team composition to the team comp that we saw last time out of Zoc at Nofa. And then on If Peoples Falls Asleep, we have a pretty standard comp with Annie CC, Talon Assassin, Rammus, Roam CC, Zone Control from Jarvan, Sauron Pantheon bot lane. What would a game be without Sauron playing Pantheon? Or what would a game with Sauron be without him playing Pantheon?
Remember, Sauron also can run the show as Jax in J4. He also plays a really good bottom lane, LeBlanc.
I don't think I've ever seen him play Jax.
Yeah, I think he kind of started... He's played it less since you started doing commentary over here. But yeah, he was like OG J4, and then Jax,
too.
and then Pan. Yeah, I've only been doing this for like 2 years. What's up? What the heck? The first Dominion event that I cast was on December 17th of 2011.
The left team banned Karma and Teemo, and the right team banned Kha'Zix and Kayle.
Yeah, it alternates. So the left team gets the first one, right team gets the second, left team gets the third, right team gets the fourth. It's in the order that they ban them at. Alright, so now we are at the loading screen, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm really excited to bring you this game. I may even be jinx-cited to bring you this game. I hope you can all get excited in the chat, because we have this team, Infamous Gaming. They are a Diamond Summoners, they're Diamond 1 Summoners Rift team. And that's awesome, because we love having people who are really skilled at Summoner's Rift come over here and play some Dominion. And they consist of Soaked playing as Leona, Clarity playing as LeBlanc. I don't know how to pronounce the NG.
Cloudwin.
Cloudwin playing as Jayce, the Reborn playing as Lulu, and Artstyle playing as Lee Sin. That's also like my new favorite way to spell Clarity now forever. I'm one half of your commentators. I am Gandair, and co-commentating with me for this game, and the ones after it even, yeah.
Hi, I am RheingoldRiver. The other team is If Peoples Falls Asleep. Zounds on Jarvan the Fourth, Kuza, aka Zounds on, or aka Sam, what am I saying, on Annie, Emperor High Peoples on Talon Carnival, playing Rammus, and Sauron, rounding out the composition on Pantheon in the bot lane, aka on the entire map, because he just roams up and ults. And Sky falls in a very grand way.
Remember, once Sauron hits 6 on Pantheon, it's just like, oh, I can just Grand Skyfall up and be in the team fight. It's amazing. Also, I keep thinking about ways I can change that intro, because when I get to, and casting with me this game it always makes me feel like whoever I'm casting with is only casting one game. So I might try to change that up in the future. So that always makes me feel a little weird.
And I am joined by... Or and joining me is.
I can give that a go.
With me is. And also here is, I really don't prep my intros at all, and then I end up stumbling over my words all the time.
Yeah, mine just kind of get stuck in my head, and I want to change them up a little bit more, because I feel like that might be fun. But we'll worry about that later. Right now we're looking at starting items, and I fully expect Artstyle just to resell that stuff. And we will see. Or he could be just going for a whole new level of what?
Tabby,
because, you know,
Warden's Mail, Tiamat.
Whoa. You're right. It looks like that is what he's starting with, and you
That's
know what?
such a good set of starting items against Pantheon. I love it.
That's ridiculous. Art style, this opening, we're going to learn this together, viewers. Thank you for watching the show.
I actually legit love that against Pantheon because it gives you a whole bunch of armor and it gives you a whole bunch of sustain, and you're going to build all of those things into something anyway.
You're right. Time Out really helps him with the wave clear. Ninja Tabby will be really solid as well.
Yeah.
Like, that's interesting. I'll take a look at the top part of the map. We'll get back down there later.
Alright, so LeBlanc with a lot of damage onto Sam there. Clarity going to W back out, almost goes down actually. Not going down there, backing out. Really nice micro of the clone there as well. Leona diving all the way back onto Kuza and taking a ton of damage for it actually. And Leona's probably going to go down. Shock Blast comes across. One last auto attack onto Carnival. That's enough. Sounds diving for Clarity there. Going to distort out though, and going to come back in to drop a Q there, and also the ethereal change as well. Jayce does go down to Annie. Reborn with some damage onto Kuza. Needs one more auto attack. Can he get it? He's stunned. It's a double kill for Kuza. And it is If Peoples falls asleep with a win at the windmill early on. Clarity is probably going to drop here to the... Oh, nice distortion juke, but it doesn't that much is going to go down ultimately. Soaked now 1 versus 3 here. We have Talon dueling against Cloudwind there, and Cloudwind going to try and micro down. We'll see if he's able to. Soaked gets knocked up, can't pick up the health. It goes over to Peoples, I think, instead, or maybe Carnival. Cloudwind going to dive in. LeBlanc jumps in. LeBlanc gets a kill onto Talon. Zounds should fall also. Cloudwind's going to go down. Zounds does drop. Kuza taking a ton of damage. There's a stun, but it's a double kill for Lulu. Support getting those kills.
And Pantheon has picked up 1 kill against Lee Sin, and he's decided to counter all of those cloth armors with a whole bunch of long swords, and Lee Sin decides to pick up a Ninja Tabby. I wish I could just keep the camera bottom lane the whole game.
Coming up, there's the EQ. Cataclysm goes down, insta-kill onto Leona, but they managed to pick up the cap onto the point. Ethereal Chains goes down, a great poly from Lulu, and Zounds is going to drop there. Kill goes over to Clarity, and the windmill straight back to Infamous Gaming.
Yeah, the minions up there to help push that over. We're able to secure the point for them while that fight was going on. Long swords everywhere. Like, look at that. J4 triple long sword, Pantheon triple long sword. How do they hold all of those swords?
Remember,
Why
guys,
can't they hold all those lines?
The name of this game mode is Dominions. It's all about minions. This entire game, every single, except for maybe ARAM, every single map is all about the minions.
Alright, looks like we have people heading on down to the bomb part. Looks like they want to get their gank on Lee Sin.
Artstyle just got a solo kill there onto Sauron, going to force the revive out. He is having 2 people approach him. Can he get out in time? The recall channeling, I don't think he's going to be able to. The silence comes in from High Peoples. Does get a cripple safeguards to a creep there, bleeding a little bit from Talon. He should be able to pick up the health here, but Sauron is coming back in. There's the Sonic Wave resonating strike. Can he safeguard back? Yes, he can. And LeBlanc coming in really nicely. Sin mechanics, the spear shot, not quite enough damage. Clarity does get the ethereal chains down onto Sauron, now trying to back out away from Peoples. He does not have his ult mimic or anything. Talon goes back in, goes down almost immediately. Kuza driving, roaming down. Also, he's probably going to get the kill. Yeah, uses the tippers there just to be on the safe side, but he's about to get dove by Soaked, who does have mana for an E, but doesn't have the cooldown for an E, and so just kidding, he's not going to.
Lee could have survived there. I'm just more confused about the fact that someone 1v1 Sauron and just, like, beat him, especially at this early of a level when there's really not too significant of an item advantage in any direction yet.
He is going for the Tiamat now, picking up the pickaxe there. So we'll have a little bit more wave clear. Lulu's still sitting top. This is actually pretty dangerous for Lulu to be top this late. And there's 2 reasons. The first is that, yeah, she's getting a little bit of farm, but she's showing herself on the map. That means she can't be anywhere else. And the second thing is, starting slow pushes is actually really, really, really nice, because then you get a huge minion wave arriving somewhere, and you'd rather have a slow push than have a quick push for the most part. Talon does dive in, gets polyed there. Glitterlands comes across also. Rake the taunt onto Artstyle there. He's going to safeguard away. LeBlanc should be able to get the kill on the Zounds. No, he does not stay inside, but there's a solar flare. That's the kill onto Jarvan, as well as I think a slow onto People's. Not sure about that. Artstyle has rotated up. Pantheon has meanwhile neutral the bot. There's this ult coming across. Nice wild growth though. People's is so low. Gets the slow onto Leona. Kuza almost down. Going to drop. Nice juke of the E there. So Soak can't really do anything. Gonna turn on the W though. And Peoples is alive. Look at the minions though in bot lane neutralizing the boneyard there. They're almost, they should be able to get the neutral. Yeah, they got it.
And there's a pause because
talk about item builds because people wanted to hear about that.
Yeah, I have no idea what's up with by the way, you had the most amazing call on Lee's items because I was trying to figure out what those are, and you like I was still in processing mode, and you just read the future perfectly. Ninja Tabby, Timat, and then you're right. He's probably gonna go for Wardens next. That would make sense. He has the wave clear now. That's gonna be pretty good. Pantheon on the other side has a Brutalizer going for a little bit extra CDR, and he could be going for a Phage there. There's a possibility based off of what he has built. We will have to see. Also, you see Brutalizers everywhere. Brutalizers because Pen is good, and we like CDR, and it's kind of difficult to get CDR on these champions. Usually, AD champions, CDR is not terribly well itemized. On the other side, we're seeing LeBlanc going for a Wooglitz very, very quickly, it seems. Going for the rush on that. So we're probably not going to see a BFT on Jat champion until later, potentially. BFT works great with LeBlanc just because it really suits her ganking style of play, and it gives her more movement speed. And anything that helps LeBlanc stay alive is very, very useful. Seeing Lulu. Now, Lulu could be going for an AP build, or could be going for, well, you really can't tell a lot off of an ability tone, to be honest.
2300 right now, so Lulu is actually sitting on a lot of CS. I wish I could see it. I wish I could see the CSs. Why can't I change the capture point to number of CS?
Because it would make people think minions are important in Dominion, and then we'd have more people standing in the middle of the lane getting killed by people by the health relic when they could be hidden in vision.
But this way, they think that points mean something, Gandair.
You're right. I accept the terms of your trade right now. Where do I sign?
I don't know. If I knew, then I would have already done it.
I would rather have them fight over creeps than personal score. You're absolutely right.
Alright, people's going into your body. It was really, really low. Lulu needs to buy soon because she's making a ton of gold right now, and she can't actually really defend anything because she has no gold whatsoever. Arcel once again 1v1ing Sauron, and he is going to get exploded. He tries in.
Oh, he got him! He got Sauron!
Sounds picks up the kill, the revenge kill there, but Arcel got the kill on the Pantheon before dying. And Tibbers comes down, so that is the kill for Kuza there onto Lulu. Clarity wants the Annie kill. Clarity wants the Annie
goes
kill
off.
so bad. Oh no, he put the Q onto Tibbers instead. He's gonna go down to Rammus here, I think.
Taking Rammus for a walk with that ethereal chains. Bam! Bops the clone instead. Oh dear. Well,
By to Rammus, I meant to Talon, who's roaming up.
yeah. BFT stands for Blackfire Torch, Leysama. It's an item that gives CDR and move speed and AP. It's very useful. It does the same thing as Deathfire Grasp does in amplifying damage with an active effect as well.
Alright, soaking up a lot of tower damage there. Gets a stun onto Sauron though. And the dive comes in from Jayce. That actually the ult out of Leona misses completely, and if that had hit, they would have won the duel.
I don't know. I think People's had enough HP to live for a little while, but I don't know if he would have been able to actually finish off Leo or not.
I think if Leona had gotten the stun onto both of them, I think they would have both died to Jayce in that time.
We'll ask him to do it again after game and find out.
Alright, sounds good. Good plan. Wasn't that a feature they put into StarCraft where you could go back to one of your replays and start like?
Yeah, you can save them. So you could actually like set up a fight and then go, but wow, art style just wrecked Sauron down there. Like REKT.
High pupils. Not
right,
Sauron.
yeah, high peoples.
Yeah.
I keep assuming everyone in the bottom lane is Sauron.
Well, Sauron is about to be in the bottom lane as he is ulting down with the Grand Skyfall, and Arcel needs to be careful because Sam is also coming in, but of course Lee Sin is, you know, Lee Sin, so he's just going to safeguard away and be quite safe.
Jay's not quite able to DPS his way out of that situation, unfortunately.
Leona, meanwhile, is getting a lot of capture onto the windmill, and by a lot of capture, I mean the minions are OP. Stun there onto Carnival, EQ in coming from Zounds. The Reborn with a nice glitter lens across, gonna get taunted by Carnival there. A little bit of damage comes onto Zounds. Can they get the lockdown from Leona? They're not going to chase. One more auto attack is enough from Lulu, and they pick up the kill.
That minion was so helping. Let's watch
minions,
that melee. Cast
the
a minion.
minions.
Ooh, Emperor High Peoples goes for an exchange with Cloudwind, and oh dear!
Cloudwind's gonna drop.
Ouch, that was rough. Leona's gonna fall back to the point. Looks like Lulu's gonna have to follow there pretty soon thereafter.
So we actually have a sweeper picked up by Lulu. Against Talon, do you think that's worth?
Yeah, it reveals him during the stealth. You can apply some CC or something like that on him and keep him from getting that distance or that jump.
Oh no, the
Solar Flare does not connect.
On Jakuza needs an auto attack, gets the auto attack. Carnival is here, but Soaked has a lot of stats, remember, from that W. Decreased a little bit by the puncturing taunt. Glitterlance also misses, EQ comes in, and the Reborn is going to drop. Soaked cannot defend this.
No, He is going to stand around for a moment and buy some time for LeBlanc, but I don't think LeBlanc quite has the damage yet to clean all of that up.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
Against both of them, though? If she has enough time for cooldowns, you may be right.
Yeah, as soon as her W comes back up, she's going to one-shot.
Oh, the field change did not connect, unfortunately.
EQ comes in. There's the Cataclysm also going to distort out. Annie coming back up, as is Talon. Clarity, I don't think you can stay here.
LeBlanc has done a very good job of delaying, bought tons of time for her team, and they have been able to show back up. Clarity's LeBlanc doing a good job. Uh-oh, bottom lane. Is Artstyle going to get it? That's what we're going to find out.
So a lot of people are showing top right now from Infamous Gaming, which means that they could go for something on the quarry. Instead, they're roaming up. They're looking for a pick on LeBlanc, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do this. She is very mobile, and they would have to kill her during the silence, so she'll just be able to get out. But you know what? They can just not kill her during the silence. But there's Jarvan, and Jarvan with the kill.
Artstyle in a little bit of trouble in the bottom part of the map. Has Sauron and Kuze on him, and is not going to be able to escape, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's the Yomu's pop. Reborn coming in alongside Soaked, gets the Wild Growth off. That was the important thing. A lot of damage down onto Talon, but Reborn is going to almost go down and will drop there to Talon actually from the lead. Cloud1 diving back in with the Thundering Blow and going to take some more damage as well. 2v1 against Leona now. Soaked is pretty tanky, turns on the Eclipse and becomes even more tanky, but he can't win this. He can only delay for a little bit. I'm going to continue delaying. Really doesn't want to give up the point right now, but he needs to be careful. Zounds and Carnival eventually will kill him, and it looks like that is going to happen right now. He turns the W back on, but does go down. I think the more interesting fight was in the bot lane. Sauron looks like he's going to die once again to Artstyle. Was 2 versus 1. Leona had the revive, that's why she stayed for so long. Max range either, all the way onto Jarvan, gets the interrupt on the point capture, so they can't pick up this point again. And keep in mind that this entire time, Infamous Gaming has not, they're actually losing next health, but they've held on to the windmill is the point.
Yes. Although now they can break off a group of people over there and pick it up no problem, because there's really no threats
I don't know if they
going
can
on.
actually get the cap here. If LeBlanc manages to distort in.
We will see. No, there are minions there. They should be able to finish it
Oh,
off.
they couldn't. The Shock Blast wasn't quite max range from Jayce, and so it wasn't in range to actually get the interrupt onto Rammus. So the windmill did go back over to If Peoples Falls Asleep. Is that a prepositional phrase? A conditional phrase? What kind of phrase is that?
I'm not entirely sure, but I am fairly certain that High Peoples is going to die.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
And he
does. Go down
does.
there.
Kuze goes down. Swinging on
wild
Zounds
growth.
now. Lulu manages to break out of that fight, and she's able to escape and go capture the windmill.
Yeah, Lulu's OP. Nice dodge of the Zenith Blade.
Soaked can get Zounds if he can get to him.
Yeah, he can't get to him.
Nope. Missing that Zenith Blade. That was it.
Yeah, that was the only chance that he had. The windmill goes back, and the Reborn can't stay there for too long, but he's gonna stay there for a little bit longer and pick up some health. Start pressuring the minions there. Dive in bot lane. Soaked, taking some damage. Did have his
good
W on
exhaust
for a
on
bit.
Peoples
Gonna
there.
go back in. Artstyle still alive. Artstyle goes down. That is everyone dropping. LeBlanc does scary amounts of damage, but Rammus has scary amounts of armor. Some fire cape completed. Lulu does die. Lulu's been overextending a lot.
Yes, that's the downside, too. If there was a minion counter, there would be more people standing around in this area of the map the camera's on and just getting killed by people coming out from the relic.
But we're spectating.
What?
We should be able to see anything. I mean, in the spectate, you should be able to turn the points over to minion kills.
Ooh, and spectate specifically. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That would be really
Yeah.
good. Man. What would be the equivalent in SR, though?
There's
Or they don't need one. They have different spec clients.
points are dumb.
Yeah. Down with points.
Okay,
Up
I
with-
know it's not a prepositional phrase. That's why I'm asking, what kind of phrase is it? Is it a conditional phrase? What do you call it? That was a really good wild growth, but it didn't actually interrupt the EQ. I'm surprised. I thought it would interrupt.
Either way, burning that against 4 people.
Nice solar flare. Nice solar flare there.
Leona just shut the door in their faces. Carnival. Gonna get there. No, can't have Oh my gosh! Soaked stole it right out from under him. Did you see that?
I did not
really
see it.
good.
Yeah, I saw the aftermath of it, but I'm
Kind
a
of
little
inconsequential,
concerned.
but really good.
A little bit concerned for Soak. The neutral did go down there onto the quarry. Artstyle still capping against Sauron. We have Clarity coming down. Gonna try to gang Sauron, and he can actually one-shot if he can land his stuff, but the Ethereal Shan's not quite in range. Takes a ton of damage. BFT goes down, and that should almost be a one-shot. Nice W back. The LeBlanc mechanics.
Oh dear. Clarity has basically no health.
Yeah,
He has
Clarity needs to
really
be
no
careful.
health. Oh my gosh, the health relic.
Oh, he kicked me out from Annie.
J4 would have got him too.
And that is going to be the quest objective, but we do have the respawns after the revive there from Clarity going after Peoples. The silence!
Whoa!
And he just one-shot him!
LeBlanc turned into nuclear waste. Good lord.
Alright, so it's a 4 cap. We'll see how long they can hold on to it. They need to wait the 6 seconds for the rest of the revive timers to come down. And Sauron, meanwhile, is sitting at the refinery. He should be able to get about 3/4. No, he can get the neutral. He has enough minions. They can't get the cap, I don't think.
This is the round of 4, for anyone wondering in the chat.
Nice glitter lands across by Reborn. LeBlanc coming in, Ethereal Chains lands. There's a BFT for a little bit more damage. Reborn's super low right now. There's a second BFT, the nice shutdown there. And the poly goes down onto Sauron. The minions are coming in. The minions are going to finish this capture.
That's 3 towers this game that have come down to minions because they've been so close to each other.
It's Dominion, I'm telling you, Gandair. We're casting Dominions.
Ooh, Soaked was almost able to kill Rammus, but it looks like Rammus, because of that health regen from Spirit Visage, and he probably has the mastery as well, was able to keep him alive there. And it looks like...
I think at this point, if Peoples Falls Asleep is just too far ahead positionally, they just picked up a 5 cap, and when you're at 70 health and the other team has a 5 cap,
yeah, you can't really get out of that.
You have about 12...
Not even if Peoples
seconds.
Falls Asleep could they win.
Yeah, that's true. If Peoples fall asleep, his team would still win the game. But that was a really good play from a team for the first time playing in Dominion. That was really, really, really solid.
Yeah, this has been awesome. Infamous Gaming did an amazing job, especially against one of the top teams. And Artstyle just like, I'm going to 1v1 Sauron at different points during the game. That's totally fine. What? So extremely good showing from these guys. I'm very glad we got to cast this game today. And that means that if Peoples Falls Asleep is going to advance on to the finals...
Is it going to be Clueless versus other Clueless in the finals? I don't believe it, Gandair. There's no way that could happen.
It's amazing. How could
well, we
that
don't know
be?
for sure. The other game is not over yet.
Yeah. We've got a little short games today, strangely. It's like that RNG. So let's take a look at the items and such. Let's post-game screen. Get a look at what's going on there. The Reborn picking up that sweeper to help deal with Talon. And what else? Yeah, that Lee, man, look at that. You were so right. It's like insane. Hydra, Wardens into Randuin's, Tabby. Just what?
3 cloth armor and 2 rejuve beat start.
Yeah, there you go.
OP!
But he did get a one-on-one kill against him.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
I
that's
actually
pretty awesome.
think I actually think that's a good start. I actually think it's something that we should see more often against all-in AD champions.
I especially like
Pantheon.
skipping the boots because you're bottom lane and you're Lee Sin and you're escaping through
Yo,
minions and
Gandair,
stuff.
stack off me right now. It's 2 minutes in. The windmill fight's happening.
On what game? What?
The other semifinal.
Oh, well, okay.
Get in here. Get in here.
Let me end this
I'm
recording.
gonna
Hold on.
cast it anyway.